I'll never forget the night I met Pastor Alden. His sermons were the kind you didn't just listen to, you felt them in your bones. But it wasn't the kind of comfort most preachers offered. No, his words were sharp, cutting, and disturbingly direct. "It is not enough to pray for evil to go away," he said one evening, his voice low and commanding. "You must understand it. Ask yourself why it's here, what lesson it has for you. Only then can you truly face it." His words unsettled me, but they also planted a seed. You see, I'd been dealing with my own demons, nightmares that wouldn't quit, strange shadows that danced at the edges of my vision, and an unshakable sense that something was wrong. After the sermon, I approached him. "Pastor," I said, "how do you learn what evil wants to teach you?" He gave me a strange smile, one that didn't reach his eyes. "Come to my house tonight," he said. "I'll show you." His home was perched on the edge of a forest, its windows dark and unwelcoming. The air felt heavier as I stepped inside, the smell of old wood and damp earth clinging to everything. He led me to a small room at the back, lit only by a single flickering candle. "Sit," he said, gesturing to a chair. On the table before me was an old, leather-bound book, its cover cracked and blackened. "What is this?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. "It's a tool," he said. "Open it, and you'll see what evil has to say to you." I hesitated, but his gaze bore into me, unyielding. Slowly, I opened the book. At first, the pages were blank. Then, words began to form, written in a dark, oozing ink that seemed to bleed into the paper. "Why do you ignore me?" The words sent a chill down my spine. "What is this?" I asked, my voice trembling. "Keep reading," Pastor Alden said, his tone calm, almost cold. "I am here because of you," the book continued. "You brought me into your life. You fed me with your fears, your anger, your lies. I am your creation. I am here because of you." The book continued. "You brought me into your life. You fed me with your fears, your anger, your lies. I am your creation." "No," I whispered, shaking my head. "This isn't real." "It's real," Alden said, stepping closer. "Evil isn't something outside of you. It's what you refuse to face. It grows in the dark corners of your soul, waiting for you to notice." The candle flickered violently, and the room seemed to close in around me. The words on the page shifted again. "Look at me." I didn't want to, but I couldn't stop myself. My eyes were drawn to the shadow cast by the candlelight. It wasn't my shadow. It was taller, distorted, its head tilted at an unnatural angle. The shadow moved, though I hadn't. It stepped toward me, and I felt the temperature drop. My breath hitched as it leaned closer, its featureless face inches from mine. "Ask it why it's here," Alden urged. I couldn't speak. The shadow reached out, its hand passing through my chest like smoke. Pain shot through me, not physical, but something deeper, as if it was pulling at my very essence. "I am here because you let me in," it whispered, though its mouth never moved. "You let me grow, and now I am you." I screamed and threw the book off the table, breaking whatever spell it held. The shadow dissolved, and the room returned to silence. "You've only delayed it," Alden said, his voice heavy with disappointment. "Until you truly understand it, it will come back, stronger." I ran from his house that night and never returned, but his words haunt me. Every time I close my eyes, I feel the shadow's presence, waiting for the moment I stop running, waiting for me to learn the lesson.